Hi, everybody. I'm Robin, and these are my reflections. And today I am reflecting on my mid-year check-in. This is a VR to Chanel over at Spirit of Stardust 11, I think it is. I will link it below. Her channel link as well as her video. She's awesome. If you haven't been over there to see her videos, please check them out. She's doing tarot, she's doing movies, she's doing videos, she's doing crochet. She's doing books. She's doing ice cream recipes. I mean, she got all the things over there. So check her out. But she did a tag called Tarot Mid-Year Check-In, and she's migrated it over from BookTube, as I understand it. And I'm excited to kind of jump on it. Everybody's been doing it, and I've been watching them. And I know I'm past the mid-year, but I wanted to do it anyway because I want to share with you guys what I'm thinking at the moment. This is like in the moment because I'm a Gemini and my thoughts on things change constantly. But in the moment, this is where I am. I tried to make a good list, and there are some questions that I just can't answer because I don't do superlatives, y'all. Favorites, best, all of these things are very like gray area for me. But I've tried my best. So I'm skipping the first one. Favorite deck you've used in 2023 so far. I am not picking a favorite. I can't do it. I love a lot of the decks that have come in this year. So I'm not doing that. But what I can do is number two. And is a new deck that came into your collection this year. I just am going to show you guys this one. This is the last deck I got. This is the Realist Oracle, Finding Magic in the Mundane by Kendra Austin. Now, the box is loose. I dislike it when these boxes are like this, where you can just pull the top off and there's no resistance. But other than that, I really love this deck. I think it's really cool. Not only is it cute, um, it's super cute and it's right up my alley as far as the art style goes. But I like the keywords, and it's there's a major arcana in it. Like the first 22 cards or something are are basically keywords for major arcana. So they're major arcana cards. You can look at I have a walkthrough of this. You can look at my walkthrough if you want to know more about that. But because of that, it makes the deck super versatile. So you can use it as like almost like a tarot deck, but it's missing, it's only 50 something cards. It's not the full 78, but it does give quite a bit of information when you're using it for that type of reading. You can use it without tarot, or you can use it in conjunction with another oracle deck. I tried that today, which I don't usually pair two oracles together, but I got the idea from Phyllis over at Phyllis Santucha de la Fuente's channel, and I tried it and I liked it. It's also really good as a clarifier. I've used it that way. So I think I'm going to be playing with this deck a lot this month, trying to find new pairings for it and just finding different ways to use it. I love that it's melanated. I love that it's like very urban. It's modern. It's fun. So I like this one. This is the back. And this is, again, the Realist Oracle. This is a Chronicle Prism deck. So you can get this on Amazon. I pre-ordered it on Amazon, and I will try to remember to post links below. But if I don't, most of what I'm showing you here, you can just Google. Everything I think you can just Google, and you probably find it on Amazon. So this is the Realist Oracle. The next one is the next question: most anticipated deck that was released this year. So I had two. So I tried to pick the one that I waited for the longest, so that we don't have two for each prompt. And this one is the Tarot of the Vampires. I'm pretty sure this is the one that I waited for the longest, and so therefore would be my longest anticipated deck. And also it was very anticipated. Now, most, like I said, superlatives are difficult for me, but it was very anticipated. And I was not disappointed when I got it. This is fabulous. I love this deck. I know that there have been some mixed reviews. I just watched a little bit of Tarot by the Pines review earlier today, and yeah, I noticed that he was saying that there were some people who don't like it, and I love it. I love this deck. I think this is fabulous. I can't see what's not to like, but then again, I love to see vampires in this way, and I have had a couple of other vampire decks in the past, one of which I still have, one of which I've rehomed, and then that I didn't like, so I get it. I get it. I still have Terra of Vampires, the other Llewellyn deck. I'm keeping that one because I've been with it for a while, and I'm just used to having it around. I don't want to get rid of it. But it wasn't like this is what I wanted. You know what I mean? This is what I wanted. I wanted modern. I wanted it to feel like the movies and the shows and the books that I've been reading and the TV shows that I watch. I wanted CW style vampire modern diverse deck. That's what I wanted. So that's what I got here. And I love this. I love the guidebook. I think it's great. I love the way it's been written. Um, and it's interesting. It really brings in that vampire lore in all the different ways. I love these sort of tortured soul vampires. This is how I like to see them. So, yeah, I like this deck. I love it a lot. Actually, I'm very happy with this deck. And yeah, I haven't had any issues with it. So this is definitely it could have gone in my deck crush, but I picked another one for the deck crush so that we weren't repeating. But this is my most anticipated deck of the year for sure. The longest I've been anticipating this one the longest, and it did not disappoint. And this is Terror of the Vampires from Llewellyn. The next prompt is biggest disappointment. And I think I have two decks here, and I could not decide which one. I will say this a lot of the decks that I got in this year have been pretty awesome, and I've been very lucky. And I really think that's luck of the draw because, there have been years where I've gotten decks in and I didn't like anything I got and it's all gone. And there are years, like this year where things have been really great. And part of last year, I loved every deck for a long stretch. And then there was a part where I didn't like anything that came in for a stretch. So, it's hit and miss. It's hit and miss. But um, I have two here that I would say have been disappointments. Biggest superlative, right? But disappointments for sure. And the first one that I'm going to talk about is the Below the Surface Oracle. Now, when I opened this, I thought I was going to love this deck. I really did. I did an unboxing for it. I'll post it below for you. I'm going to hold it up so you can see it because the kitty's eyes are pulling focus. So, yeah, I thought these are the bags. I was like, oh, it's so pretty. Like the edges are gorgeous. How is this? Wait, what have I done here? I've got it. Okay. The edges are gorgeous. It sparkles. It has like foiling on it. It's really great quality. It comes with a journal and a very nice guidebook. And I thought, oh, it'll be great. And it is nice. I like it. It's different. And at first I thought to myself, well, maybe I just don't like ocean decks, but that's not true because I got another ocean deck in. I think it was called Sea Soul Journeys that I love. And I have another ocean deck that I also love. It's Salt Sea Whispers or something like that. So it's not ocean decks, but I had another ocean deck called the Whispers of the Ocean that I didn't like. And I didn't like it for, I think, what is going to be the same reason that I'm not feeling this one. Now, I tried it for single daily pulls, and it works okay for daily pulls because it's kind of it's a little uplifting and it has some good, advice or whatever. But in readings, I feel it's a little too specific. Um, and sometimes I'm just not getting what I need from it. So, like for instance, I don't know, I just feel the cards are too specific or they're not working for me. Now, I feel like sometimes I pull cards and I'm just like, well, what is this? Control issues, let it go. It doesn't go with what I'm trying to read about. You know what I mean? Like if I'm trying to read on somebody's like, oh, what should I do for my husband's birthday party? And it's like control issues, let it go. I'm like, what is that? You know what I mean? Like it's just very specific. And I need something that's a little bit more open-ended to be able to use it for readings. So even for like if I was pulling something like that for a daily pull, and I'm like, well, what are you talking about? Control issues. It's just like there are some cards in here that are just a little too specific for me. I do think they're pretty, and I like the way they've been illustrated. It's a little light, like so. This is hard to see, but I do like the way the dolphins are jumping through the hoops, and it's cute, but I don't know if this is going to be something I'm going to keep long term, to be honest. I don't like to get rid of things quickly. I like to keep things at least 1 year before I get rid of them, sometimes two. But yeah, I don't know that this one will stay with me for too long because I feel like I'm not using it, which is such a shame because it's so pretty. But yes, this is definitely one that was very disappointing. It was probably one of my biggest disappointments because I really thought I was gonna love this deck. And the other one is the Buffy the Vampire Slayer deck. I am not saying I don't like this deck, and I'm not getting rid of this one. I will keep it. I'm not even considering getting rid of this deck. So I do like it. I do like it. And so it's not about that. But when you're talking about disappointment, I think the disappointment came in that I anticipated it so much because this would have been the other one that I was looking for it being highly anticipated. And it was gunning for that. And I anticipated this deck so much for so long that when I got it, I think I just didn't feel the super excitement that I thought I was going to feel. Because when I got Hocus Pocus, I was so happy to have it and I was so obsessed with it. And when this one came in, I was like, oh, this is cute. And then I just kind of shelved it. And I think I might have used it maybe 2 or 3 times since I got it. And when I got Hocus Pocus, I was using that deck from the day it came in. I edged it. I haven't even edged this one. I edged it and everything. I don't know why I don't love this in the way that I should, because I love Buffy. But I just don't. I like it, but I don't love it. And I think that was the biggest disappointment. Not the deck, but that I don't love it as much as I wanted. That as much as I expected to love it. I didn't get that rush that we love to get, you know? I think that was the disappointment, not the deck. I also feel like deck cards like this where cuz you get cards like hang on. You have some of these cards are so fabulous. Like this one where the background is filled in and everything just looks amazing. And then you have cards like this that look like almost like a mock up, like it wasn't finished. And then they just kind of were like, well, what do you think about this? And then somebody like printed it before they really got a chance to finish it. So that's kind of how I feel about some of these cards. Like this one is looks complete, but then sometimes they don't, you know, like they feel like they're not done. Like look at that compared to that. I feel like it's not complete. Um, so I don't know. Sometimes when I see those, it bothers me. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't love it in the way that I thought I would. Like, look at that one. You know, I don't know. Some of them are really great. Like this is fabulous. So it's not that the artist is a bad artist because obviously some of these cards are slamming. You know, and then like this one, the background and the detail and the texture there, but some of them feel real flat, and I don't understand why. Like this one. Like what's going on there? Why couldn't we get bronze in the background? Why couldn't we get somebody on the stage, you know, or something like that? Like it feels unfinished. So there's that part as well. I used it, but I will keep it because it's Buffy, and I like that there's a Buffy tarot deck out there. But definitely was kind of disappointing that I didn't love it as much as I thought I would. And that's all. And that's the Buffy tarot deck. The next prompt is the biggest surprise. And right now, the one that's on my mind, there's been a few shockers this year, but the one that's on my mind right now is the Mind's Eye Tarot because this is the newest shocker in my collection. This deck is stunner. And I did not, so there were a lot of surprises about this deck. Let's start at the beginning. I did not know that this deck was even in existence or that it was even coming out until about a month before it dropped because somebody posted it on Instagram. I hadn't been following the creator. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know anything about this deck, anything. And I was just like, well, what is that? And then, you know, I got sent it from US Games. It came out way early, way before I was supposed to get it, which is like another shocker for me. So I didn't get a chance to review it right away because I was going on vacation and all that kind of stuff. So then I took the deck with me. I took the book. I took the book with me on vacation. Um, and it was a surprise to me that I was that excited to take the book with me. So that was another surprise. And then I got home, opened these cards, and they were linen, which was another surprise. I wasn't expecting that. And these cards are freaking gorgeous. Like, I don't know that there is a picture I can take or a video I can make that can just really express or show you guys how pretty these cards are. And also the art style is not my typical art style. That shocked me that I love it so much. It also shocked me that it reads so well because I thought because there's not so many cards facing this way and most of them are facing that way, I thought that was going to be an issue, but it's not an issue at all. I've read with it. I haven't had any problems. Um, yeah, so lots of surprises here for this one. I knew I was going to like it when I saw it posted on Instagram. I was like, what is that? But I did not know that it was going to be this fabulous. I was just watching Paper Moon Tarot. Nancy at Paper Moon Tarot, she made a video about 3 decks that she bought because the artwork was stunner. And this was one of them. So that just tells you something. It was 3 decks and this was one of them. So yeah, this is definitely a big surprise for me. And this was the Mind's Eye Tarot by Olivia Rose. The next one is Deck Crush. Okay, I got a couple deck crushes, but let's talk about this one. Me and this deck, I have a huge crush on this deck, and I'm choosing this one. I was trying to keep it to this is the Cottage Witch Oracle, by the way. You can get that at Crochet Witch Wears on Etsy. I was trying to keep it to decks that I just got this year, right? But I did get the first part of this deck, the main part of it, the main part last year. But I got 2 expansion packs this year, so I think it counts because half of this deck, those 2 expansion packs make up half the deck, and half of it I got this year. So I think it counts. So this is an oracle deck that I love to use for clarification. I can also use it in place of tarot. Sometimes I just pull from this to answer questions. I love this deck. It's clear, it's easy to use. I love the words because they make sentences. So sustain radiance, um, preserve victory. You know, this is substitute and magic. Substitute magic for something or magical substitutes. I don't know. Transform and whimsy. Oh, I like that. That's magic, transform and whimsy. Well-being and mimic. Mimic well-being, or is your well-being being mimicked? Is there something fake happening about your well-being? I don't know. I like this deck. I think it's really great. I just got the expansion pack in, and funny story, I said I wasn't going to pull this back out until September to put the expansion pack in. So I just put the expansion pack in my fall box because I had put this deck back in the fall box because I was trying to give it a break, but I could not help myself. So I finally pulled it out and added the expansion pack in, and now I have both expansion packs plus the regular deck. And now it's too big for me. I can't hold it anymore because it's linen and it's slippery. So I think I'm going to have to go in and take some of the cards out. You can see some of them are upside down because it jumped out of my hands and hit the floor and it was like everywhere. So yeah, I think now I have too many cards. So I guess I won't be getting another expansion pack for this one, but I love my little familiar. There were 2 familiars in the deck, a cat and a dog, and they both said I forget what they say, bond, I think. And so I changed this one to protect. So I kept the cat as my familiar. That one is bond and this one is protect. So yeah, I love this. And it's definitely my deck crush that I can't let go of. You know, that crush that, you keep following and looking at and checking their Facebook, and you're like, I'm not gonna check their Facebook today, or their, Instagram or their Twitter or whatever it is kids are checking these days. And what's the new one? I feel so old. What's the new one called? TikTok. Checking their TikTok and their Snapchats and stuff. And you're like, I'm not going to do it today, but then you can't stop. This is me with this deck. I keep putting it away and taking it back out, and putting it away and taking it back out. So definitely Cottage Witch Oracle is my deck crush this year. It started last year, but this year it is probably is definitely the most. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. I don't know why I don't just leave it out. The next question is decks that made you cry. And yeah, so this one is Wisdom de Alma. This is a Hay House affirmation deck. And I don't usually do a whole lot of crying when I'm reading tarot. I try not to read. Oh, the card is right on top. I try not to read when I'm emotional. I'll just show you a few of the cards. But some of these cards are pretty fabulous. And they say some stuff that can get you in your feels. It says, I allow myself to break, for broken is merely a temporary state. I am my own home, and I say, who is welcome here. I activate the priestess within me, and I tend to the temple of me. I adorn myself in beauty, magic, and grace. I am still a badass, anxiety, and all. My intuition is my compass through life. And the one that made me cry is this one. I am the woman I once prayed to be. I cried. I did. And it has messages on the back. It says, I pause to acknowledge and celebrate all the hard work I have put into where I am today. I bow to myself and say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I cried. And that's that. So this is the Wisdom de Alma Hay House deck. You can get it on Amazon or Hay House. Prompt number 9 is the most beautiful deck that I've received this year. So this superlative, I think I'm okay with because I think I've picked the most beautiful. Now, I've had two that came to mind immediately. But I went back and forth, and I think this is it. So this is the Love Oracle of Eden. I think it came in March. I mean, the box is gorgeous. It opens in this kind of fun way. Um, and the cards, oh my goodness. It's in this velvet tray. It's just very, very fancy. I don't know. I like that about it. And then also these cards, y'all. Oh my gosh. I have a walkthrough of this if you want to see all of them, but I'll just show you some. So these cards, oh my goodness, are so stunning. And they make me happy to look at. So this is there's a what deck makes you happy. This one definitely could have fit in there. But I don't use this as much as I do the other one. I think because of the size and the thickness of the cards, it's a little bit difficult to shuffle, but it does not take away from the beauty of these images. These are gorgeous. And if I'm going to pick a most beautiful deck, I've gotten a lot of pretty decks in this year, and I've gotten a lot of decks that I like to look at. But this, I think, I'm pretty sure, is my most beautiful deck that I've gotten in this year. And I mean, look at this. Look at this patience card. Hang on, let me see if I can get it to focus. Look at the background. I mean, the dreaminess of it. The fact that there's a black male angel here. I love this. Um, I love a lot of these cards. I love the keywords. Look at this joy card. Oh my goodness. It's so beautiful. Surrender. And if I mean, I feel like some of these pictures are like, I can really feel the keyword in them. I can feel the surrender, divinity. Look at the angels, self care. I love this. So yeah, definitely beautiful. I like the imagery. I like the style of the photography, the collage work that they've done to bring it to life. I even like the borders, and I like that there's some little gold here, so that kind of makes it even more magical and makes it feel even more divine. So yeah, this is my favorite card. This is my favorite one, Respite. So I think he's hot. So like um and I love that he's sitting in clouds. It's absolutely fabulous. I love this one too. Unity. Anyways, yeah, definitely uh most beautiful. There was another one that was like runner up, but when I looked at them both, I was like, nah, this one's gotta win. And again, this is the Love Oracle of Eden. Okay, so the next one is decks that make me happy. And I'm going with this one, the Fifth Spirit Tarot. I got this deck, I want to say around Valentine's Day. And I got it from Book Depository. Oh, Book Depository's gone now. It was a steal on Book Depository, as decks often were. And I like this. It's so cute. I love the art style. I like these rounded edges on this border, this sort of like sketchy situation going on. I love the way the font is. I like the people in it. I like what they're doing, how they look. I love this deck. And every time I look at it, it makes me smile. I don't know if it's the coloring. I think it's the colors. I think it's the way that the colors pop off the cream background. And it could be the border and the sketchiness of the way the numbers are drawn and the way that it looks like handwriting, down here. It could be these people who are so charismatic and they all look like they have such wonderful personalities. I even like Pips. Um, Even the Pips make me smile. So yeah, I like this deck, and it brings a light to the reading. I don't know why, but it just really it's a feel good deck. It makes me feel good to look at it. Um, Look at this one. I love it. I love these illustrations. So yeah, this deck makes me happy. I'm glad I got it. I'm glad I got it on sale because I love a good. Even this devil card is kind of funny. I love a good sale, and so that makes me happy. I even like the card stock on this. I like this deck a lot. I like everything about it. Everything surrounding the situation about getting it to what's in it, the illustrations and everything. I love this one. So this is oh, what's upside down here? Let's see what we got. The five. The five. Well, the five pentacles in reverse is not so bad. So the yeah, I like this one. The hanged one was in reverse earlier today, and I was like, what is going on with that? And I did a whole reading around. The reason that I noticed it was reversed is because I was flipping through the cards, just looking at the pictures because they make me happy, And I did a whole reading on it. And yeah, maybe I'll post it on my Instagram. But look at this one. I love this one. Yeah. Fifth Spirit Tarot definitely makes me smile. And the last prompt are decks that I want by the end of the year so that I don't have yet. So I will post some images here. The first one is Tarot of the Enchanted Garden. This one is coming from Lo Scarabeo. I will post the image here. I am very excited to get this one. I actually have seen it. I've touched it. I've played with it. The cards are stunning. But they are a little bit light in color. The contrast is a little off, and I have eyesight problems. I wear progressive lenses, and it's sometimes difficult for me to see some things. So I did not purchase it from the store. I was going to wait for it to go on sale and then get it because it's going to be a deck I probably won't use that much, but I still want to have it in my collection. So there's that one. And then the other one is a Kickstarter that I backed. It's called the Metanoia Marseille, I think it's called. I have been watching that one come into being on Bouchette Designs Instagram page, and I backed it on Kickstarter. I'm very excited to receive it. And I'm also supposed to be getting the crystal cards from her. So I am excited about that as well. So those are the ones that I'm excited to receive before the end of the year. And that is my mid-year check-in. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps the channel to grow. It helps, the video get out there. So I really appreciate it every time somebody gives it a thumbs up or shares it or even comments below. You can just, comment a thumbs up to let me know that you got this far or something. And it helps get the videos out there. I'm trying to grow the channel, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and so I'm hoping that we can get there. So if you can, any way you can help is fabulous. I will post all of the links below for where you can purchase the decks. Now, if I don't get them up as soon as it goes up, they'll be up eventually. They'll be up eventually, but I'm going to try to get them up before the video goes up. I have Amazon affiliate links, so if you want to support my channel in that way, if you're going to purchase the decks, if you use the Amazon affiliate links, it helps. It helps me. I get a couple of cents every time somebody purchases a deck, and then when I get enough cents to make enough dollars to get a gift card or something from Amazon, I'm gonna I'll probably buy a deck with it and bring it on the channel. And I'll let you guys know when that happens, of course. And until I see you guys next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bye bye.